Hey guys. Well, let's transition now into talking about who we think really should be in the sequel to this game because we've seen who was already in this one. And the add-on characters like Batgirl, the Zatannas, the Scorpions for certain levels. And I know this man right here, he loved playing Scorpion when he had the chance. Uh, and you know I want to see some more in the next one when it comes out. I mean, obviously from the end, those of you that played the game to the end know that that story has not been completely resolved. It's there's going to be more going on. So who do you think should be in the next one? Uh, the next Injustice God Among Us game. GQ.
Um,
Oh man, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I,
Eric.
I
No, go
guess
ahead.
I'll take it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I mean, I know it's ultimately up to NetherRealm, and they did kind of leave that evil Superman thread dangling at the end with the cliffhanger. And it's certainly not a bad thing to bring him back, but just don't make him the main villain. But if we're talking interdimensional travel here, and we're going to keep that connective thread,
Hmm.
for Injustice going forward, um, let's bring in a big bad where let's give a game of Injustice, its own Shao Kahn or something of a higher level. I
Oh
say,
yeah.
well, technically, I'm not. I'm actually not quite going to say Dark Side because I think they put him in the mobile game. But we're talking interdimensional travel here. I'm saying the Anti-Monitor.
Oh wow, that'd be a big one. That'd be a pretty big one. I wonder how they would
Yeah.
uh how they would
They
pull that
they
one
could
kind of
do him
off.
like Memory Apocalypse from X Men Street Fighter. They could do something like that.
Oh
But there's
yeah.
just
Oh
this
yeah.
crazy big enemy you gotta fight, and
Well,
Yeah.
it'd be, but
it's
see,
just
the thing is
that
though,
gives
it
the
would it would end up
competitive.
being it would end up being just like Galactus in Marvel versus Capcom 3,
Yeah, yeah,
where it's just kind of like you have
yeah.
a screen
You fight.
filling enemy,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, like I said, for certain games, that's annoying, and it's really
Not
like
necessarily.
Yeah,
New
Boss
52
Raid.
Anti-Monitor is large, but he
He's
doesn't
not
necessarily have to be
oversized.
screen filling.
Yeah, he's not
Like
oversized.
especially they could really take influence from the current Dark Side War that's going on in the Justice League books. Um, and of course, Darkseid's in there, but Darkseid could be he could essentially be the Goro to the Shang Tsung or the Kintaro to the Shao Kahn, so to speak. But yeah, the Anti Monitor would be the final boss. But yeah, not a screen filling enemy, but he would just be some big hard to beat brute, and a guy who can kill universes. So it could be they could even have it to where we're just throwing ideas at the wall here, but have it to where you could have the Batman from that was we'll call it Earth 2 or something, just for conversation's sake. But the Batman, that lived in the universe where Superman turned evil, he comes over to the DC universe proper in these games. But it's just a few and other refugees from his world, and say, maybe the Anti-Monitor just wiped out his universe, and he needs to team up with this league, and yeah, there are a lot of directions they can go, but Injustice
Yeah.
does find a way to put an original spin. Like I said, I do like the story, and
Yeah.
I might eventually catch up with the trade paperbacks because yes, Tom Taylor and Brian over.
No.
They did do some inventive stuff, and they went in directions like you wouldn't expect, like pulling in the um, yeah. There's like I said, I think the Anti-Monitor is a very organic fit for this franchise.
Well, let me throw in a couple from the chat. A couple from the chat. Hand of Omega has thrown in a few, and so has Rao. Hand of Omega said put in Apollo and Midnighter. Uh, I don't know about that one. That I mean, Midnighter is a little too similar to Batman, even though he's kind of more on the brutal side. Less gadgets too. Apollo is a more Superman-ish type character, so I guess I can kind of see it. Uh, Rao said put in more of the new gods. Now I wouldn't mind that. Having Orion being in there, that would be pretty cool.
Hmm.
Maybe having Calabac in there, that would be pretty cool as well. Um, uh,
Atrocitus.
Atrocitus would be pretty cool. The Red Lantern, that would be pretty
Oh
nice.
yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Throw some more lands in there. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. I wouldn't keep Larfleeze out of it. I just don't see him as a valuable. I don't think
He'd be
he'd be a
funny.
good one. Yeah, he'd be
Was
fun.
Mongo on? Was
Mongo
Mongo
was not.
on
Mongo
Justice?
was not, and he'd be another good one that they didn't say in the chat.
Yeah.
Hand of Omega said Swamp Thing would be a good one. I could see that. I could see Swamp Thing
Yeah, I
being in
can
Yeah.
there.
see that. He'd be one of them eyeball characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would.
Actually, honestly, Larfleeze would make a good bonus fight. Like you have to, complete some crazy, whatever.
Wait a minute. Hold on,
Like
guys.
I think you fight him, he's a disposal.
I have to jump in real quick. Daidakuji has rejoined the chat. His phone died, so he joined his secondary account. His secondary account is named Adulting 101. Adulting
Okay,
101.
that's different.
That's
Yeah, I remember
that's
one time I came up with an anecdote because I know adulting is a commonly used verb
uh-huh.
these days, and I don't know if you guys saw like this Facebook status I had, but I had Silence of the Lambs edited for millennials, and I had, "Would you adult me? I'd adult me. I'd adult me hard."
Rao has a couple suggestions. One I think is completely ridiculous and just would be no, just no. He says Dr. Manhattan. Uh-uh.
That's no.
Nah, nah. But he did say throw in some vertical characters. So, Sandman, I don't know. Preacher would be out of place too. Lucifer, maybe. Lucifer would be interesting. Lucifer would be interesting. But out of place, I think. I think he'd be out of place.
I think they should get some of the other females in there. Power Girl for sure, because she's never been in a fighting game, like
Yeah,
ever.
you can make the argument that because Batgirl was in there, Power Girl, should be in there because Supergirl wasn't in the last one either. Even though I kind of thought she would end up being in there because Batgirl was in there, she wasn't.
Hmm.
I did like Zatanna. I liked Zatanna when they put her in there. I thought she was pretty interesting. Um,
Yep. You could
uh,
also put in what is her name? The girl that's like
that what?
the redhead that's on Themyscira, the second to Wonder Woman all the time.
Oh,
She can,
Artemis,
yeah, Artemis would be interesting, especially if, they give her some type of cool fighting style that's different than
different
Wonder
from Diana.
Woman's.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about Maxima? If we're talking redheads,
Which one?
Maxima. If we're talking redheads,
Yeah,
Maxima
that's
would be a
true.
good
Yeah,
one. Yeah, Maxima would be a good one. Maxima
Big
would
Barda.
definitely be a good one. Big Barda, certainly.
think about that. What if she finally got a Superman? She falls in love with the evil Superman.
That's interesting. That would be an
Yeah.
interesting twist in the story. I think that would be an interesting twist in the story. Um, let's
Yeah,
see.
that could be a cliffhanger too.
Yeah,
At the end, she could be pregnant with his child.
yeah. I wonder how Diana would react to that. Basing on what the story would be like, because she's all about Clark in that story. I mean, like, I guess that was the other thing I kind of liked about the Elseworlds nature of Injustice, that they could explore the ins and outs of that relationship a little more fully than maybe they could in the normal DC universe when it first came out. Now, of course, we know their relationship has blossomed and kind of fallen apart in the DC universe proper. So, but
Here's
in
one
any
thing I
case,
would like to see though,
what's
from
that?
even if it's not like full on characters, but just as skins,
Hmm.
put in like the like Owlman and like
Oh,
like
yeah,
the what was it,
the
Ultraman and
Injustice
like
gang, the Injustice
yeah,
gang.
put it
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, put in
crime
yeah, put in
yeah, the
yeah,
Crime Syndicate.
put
Excuse
those
me.
in
Yeah.
yeah, the crime yeah, thank you. Put those in as like as costumes. Even if you don't like, necessarily get to play like Owlman versus Batman, but you can
Hmm.
still at least have the costume. I think that'd be kind of cool. They kind of
yeah.
touched on that too.
Oh, speaking of, uh, wait a minute. I'm thinking wrong. Robin in that game was Damian Wayne. It wasn't Tim Drake. So never mind. Uh, yeah, Raul. I just said that Damian Wayne was Robin in that game. So don't. Never mind.
Well,
Uh,
Nightwing.
no, he was Nightwing in he was the wait a minute. No.
No, Damian Wayne was like the quote unquote evil Nightwing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
the one in
because
the
it's like
yeah, he was the one in the red.
Nightwing was in blue, and then Damian Wayne was in red. I think
Was
his
in
hair was
red.
long or something like that. They changed,
Yeah.
they same character design, but they
Yeah.
just changed his look a little bit.
However, I agree with what him saying. He said it should be the Damien Al Ghul version, the little kid Robin would be pretty cool. What about Prometheus? Prometheus, that could be interesting, seeing as how he copies everybody's fighting style. So that he could be a Shang Tsung type, who when Shang Tsung morphs into people or used to morph into people. Uh, took on their fighting style. So Prometheus, I guess, would be a pretty interesting addition. Lady Shiva could have been another one, but of course, her being normal or whatever, I guess she could be a little too similar to some other ones. Um, Plastic Man for just for shits and giggles. Plastic Man as a character. I wonder about that one. No, GQ shaking his head. No. What do you say, Eric?
Plastic Man, he could also it would kind of be like a Dalsim from Street Fighter
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah, yeah. And he could also take on different shapes. Have hammer hands or something like that. Just be a complete joke, or it'd
He
be pretty
would
funny.
get wrecked.
No, man, I don't think. I think you totally
Come on now,
you totally
that's like playing
underestimate Plask. No,
Waffles.
don't do
Back me
that.
up on this. That's like playing Dulcim in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You would get destroyed.
You ain't got no backup because your partner in crime is kind of has left the building. He's gone for right now. He'll be back.
Oh, so okay,
Yeah,
I'm just seeing a screen. Okay,
yeah,
well, maybe not.
yeah.
No,
But
I'm sorry, but Dulcim, no. Not as, Dulcim is good for Street Fighter because it's like it's a chess match. Injustice has so much stuff going on. You you'd get destroyed. There's too many fast paced things. Dulcim like characters are not they're not made for that.
okay. Uh, there was one I had in mind. Well, there was, of course, we already said Mongol. Despero, I guess, could be another one. Deathstroke's already in. Uh, let's see who else could be a good one. I want to say Doctor Light. Hmm.
I want a playable dark side though.
A playable dark side would be pretty fun. I'm not
I mean,
gonna lie.
he could be a mid boss like Eric said, like a Goro, but through like I don't know a pre order bonus or something. Like you get to play as
I
the
mean,
dark
man,
side.
imagine
That
that
would be
just
fun.
just throwing the mega beams at people all the time. That would be crazy, man. And of course, his
Well, I
fighting
mean,
style would be his hands behind his back as he's walking forward, just pimp slapping you or something like that.
the closest you ever came to that though was that god awful Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and
Was Darkseid in that?
it was yeah, because it was
Oh,
like
I
the
didn't play
boss
it.
was called Dark Khan or something like that.
Oh
It was a merge
Christ!
between
Oh
Shao Kahn
my!
and Dark Side.
Oh my!
So that was kind of like the closest you got to playing, Dark Side as a character. I'm like, I want it for real.
Here'd be a crazy one. How about Firestorm? That'd be crazy. Firestorm could be interesting. And I wonder how they would emulate his fighting style though, or his power set. I
They
guess.
they could kind of work it into you know if there's a level below you, they could work in a transmuting power so he could make the floor fall from beneath you, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. You see that,
Yeah,
or
it's it.
it'd be real tricky doing Firestorm. I think it'd be really tricky
Yeah,
doing
it's
it
a hard
right.
character to work
Yeah,
in if you're
yeah,
gonna use his full power set.
yeah, yeah. He'd be tough. Let's see. Any others? Hmm. The Atom. Hand of Omega says the Atom. How would the Atom work? The whole shrinking and enlarging thing. I'm not sure that will work either. Because of the changing size, the hitbox would have to change, and that's not something a programmer really wants to deal with. That wouldn't be something
Yeah.
they'd want to be bothered with. Any of the giant characters, I think, would automatically be out too, like Giganta, Gorilla Grodd, maybe. Uh, Gorilla Grodd could be cool. Superboy could be interesting with his tactile telekinesis. Superboy could be interesting because his power set isn't exactly like Superman's, so that could be pretty interesting. His tactile telekinesis, I guess. Um, Rao says Superboy Prime. No, sir. No, no. That's like going way overboard. Putting Superboy Prime in there. That'd be way overboard. In any case,
I'd like to see Deadshot. You
Deadshot
got
is a
Deathstroke.
yeah. You got Deathstroke. Deathstroke. Why not Deadshot? Why not Deadshot? I guess that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
why
interesting.
not?
It would. Um, well, it's about that time.